Hello, I'm going to show you how to use the Boba Bliss, which is a really lovely, very lightweight carrier that is made of stretchy wrap material. It works really great with small babies, newborns. Might not feel super supportive as your baby gets heavier, but it's a really great option for small babies. It is designed only to carry babies on your front. So we're going to start by putting the waist belt on our waist. So roughly here, if you're very tall, you might have to have your waist belt quite high. You need to have it high enough so when your baby's in the carrier, the baby's head is here about close enough to kiss the top of the head. I'm going to pop it on my waist. I'm going to clip, boop, and tighten. So you can just hold it like this and pull. If you're not sure at first, do it on your front so you can see what you're doing. It takes a little bit of practice. And make sure you always pull the webbing the same direction but slight angle, so like that. It should be snug and parallel to the floor. So this is on. Now I am going to get my baby. I don't need to do any adjustments, it is one size, but we can find out the bottom, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So here is my baby. I want to sit my baby into the panel, so not on top of the waist belt because I can't control the height. I can put some pressure on my back. I'm going to sit my baby at the base of the panel in a nice deep seat like that. That's pretty good. I'm going to unfold the panel and bring it to just under the earlobe, and I'm pretty much good to go. You can check the base, so if it's opening your baby's hip a bit, just tuck it in like that. You want to support baby from knee to knee without spreading the legs apart, and you also don't want the legs to be straight. So the Boba Bliss is really clever in that sense. You can spread the fabric. It works very much like a wrap. It's really lovely. It's got a little bit of padding here so it's not diggy to the neck, into the knee, sorry. And here we go. Now we're going to cross the strap. So it's a cross strap carrier. I'm going to grab a strap, flip it over my shoulder, hold baby, switch hands. I'm going to grab that strap, pull it down, slide it across my lower back. That helps it stay nice and away from your neck. And I'm going to come back. So the elastic band for safety. So the idea of the safety feature here is that if something was to happen to your clip, the elastic band will hold things together for a while until you realize. Clip, and you're going to pull back. So either small movement, you can wrap it like this. Take your time until it feels nice and snug. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Move the loops. Flip over, switch hands, give it a good pull, come back and clip. If you are anxious clipping around your baby, don't worry, I will show you a quicker technique in a minute. So there we are. It needs to be tight, very important, especially this carrier is quite stretchy, so there's quite a lot of movement if you don't make it tight enough. So really make sure it feels snug. It's very, very important. If your baby starts to slump, retighten a bit more. Now let's check the shoulders. I'm going to show you. You can spread like that. Really lovely all over. That helps distribute the weight nicely. So it feels very much like a wrap. If you don't like spreading, that's fine. Just keep it bunched. Totally up to you. Other feature that is quite cool on the Boba Bliss is this little loop. So we've got these loop bands here. So the idea is that they stop the fabric going over the baby's face, which shouldn't. Baby's airway should be clear and easy at all times. It's very, very, very important. We've got these things here which you can bring down, so it keeps the fabric away from the face. So you can keep them down on that side, and if your baby's asleep, zoop, you can do that, and you can support the back of the head. So that is very particular to this carrier. You can do that, and it works very much like a wrap, which is really, really lovely. So you can support the back of the head. Make sure you never cover airways. It's only the back of the head that is supported. I need to be able to always see nose and mouth, and when baby's asleep especially, I can fit 2 fingers between chin and chest. I don't want any slumping, making sure the airways are clear at all time. My baby's close enough to kiss the top of the head, so I know the sling is tight and I can see baby's airways. It is snug. My baby is well supported from knee to knee to under the earlobe. I'm pretty much good to go. So, taking baby out. Very simple. You can just hold baby, unclip, unclip. Or if you don't want to unclip, you can also just simply loosen. So, like to do it like this or like that. Make sure you always have one hand on baby. And you can just take your arms out and lift baby out. Okay, so if clipping isn't your thing, the nice thing is you don't have to clip around your baby. You can just put the whole thing on. Either you clip or you just stick it on nice and loose, and we're just going to bring baby in. So nice and high on your shoulder. Take your time, rock your baby, pat your baby if they're getting a little bit grumpy. And what is that? Grab one leg, guide the leg through, make sure it goes under the clip, through here. And I want to do exactly the same here. Zoop, and then just let baby's bum drop. So we have bum lower than your knees always. Arms back in. Especially if baby doesn't have head control, keep arms in. As your baby gets bigger, you can have a think about whether you want to have one arm out. Guide the slack and retighten. Like that. I'm going to quickly show you how to feed in this carrier as well, which is a very, very handy skill. So if you are breastfeeding, quickest way to do it, loosen on each side, always one hand on baby. Just start lowering baby down. You can then go to your waist part. Again, you lift the lip and then start to bring baby down. You want to be, get my boob, nose to nipple height, roughly, like this. And you want to support baby's neck. If this annoys you, the nice thing about having cross strap is that you can just take it off, bring it under your armpit, and you can retighten. Bring it across, give it a little tug, that gives you some nice support across your back. And you can feel like that. My baby doesn't turn its head anymore, so I just pretend. Make sure you can see your baby's nose, and you're always monitoring, okay? For babies who don't have head control, it is not hands-free. You have just one hand free. You need to use your other hand to support the neck, or you can use your arm as well if you want to relieve your wrist. For bottle feeding, it's very much the same. You might not need to go so low down, but again, you loosen and then make sure you've got enough of a gap between you and baby for the bottle to go so the head doesn't get overextended. And just like breastfeeding, head and spine always aligned. You don't want head tilting to the side. You just support. You can take that arm, that shoulder strap off, or you can keep it on. It's up to you, whatever works best for you. Last technique, if you find none of this work, especially for breastfeeding, and you need to do a cross cradle feed, that is totally fine. You're going to go into that carry where we go under the armpit, and I'm just going to lift baby. Take your time, go really slow. And I'm just going to bring the legs just under that strap. And there you go, I can feel like that. Spread the shoulder, turn the head. Make sure head and spine is aligned. Again, I support. This is always one hand needs to be ready. You can pop your hands on the boob. You can either support like that, or both, or one. It's up to you, whatever works for you. It's also a very, very nice way of feeding. If baby falls asleep at the breast or on the bottle, always make sure you bring baby back up and retighten your carrier so that baby doesn't sleep in an unsafe position. This is only for feeding. You should always bring your baby back upright and always retighten. So here I put my arm back through. Zoop. Make sure everything is safe. You can absolutely do that. You just really take your time. Keep your baby asleep by rocking and go very, very slow. But there you go. Thank you for watching. Bye.